something called the Community Bulletin Board, and it talks about all the great things coming up. I know there's, at the rec park, there's fireworks and bands playing on July 4th, a lot going on at the Gettysburg Rec Park. Any other ideas, that, other activities that you're aware of?
I think that's about it. We do have a full moon hike coming up on the 14th, but that is completely booked. So
Already?
It is, yep. They've been booking up pretty quickly.
People have the next month already? They're already thinking ahead?
They are, yep.
Because is there ever a month where you have two?
No,
No.
we
okay.
only do one a month, even if there
Even-
were a double full moon.
Like a
we
blue
would-
moon or whatever it's called. Well, you all know the drill. The more quickly you answer correctly, the more points you get. And we have quite a panel tonight. CM Punk, what's new in your world?
I'm kind of happy that I might have a chance of winning tonight because both Greg and Anna aren't playing. So maybe this will be my night.
Well, Corey might have something to say about that. This could be a real head-to-head duel right here.
Well, if it's sports related, I think I might have a shot. If it's not, I'm going to be coming probably 6th place, 7th place. So that's
so,
just my.
Last week was our 90s with a 90-degree temperature and the 90s. I have to admit, if I lived through the 90s, I have to admit I don't think I would have done that well. But what did everybody think of that round? The concept?
It was okay.
It was
Okay.
fun, but I feel like I should have known a lot more than I did.
I know, yeah, I felt the same way. I don't know, out of sight, out of mind, I guess, so.
So Jeff, I really wanted some more questions about like the 1290s or the like early medieval.
15.
Those 1590s, but nobody throws me a ball. Nobody gives me a soft toss and gives me a question about like the
Yeah.
13th century. But that's fine. That's okay.
Well, let's give you a soft toss about July 1st, 1863. Anything happen on that date?
Yes, we are celebrating the 162nd anniversary of the first day's fighting of the Battle of Gettysburg. Yep.
It really is amazing. Gettysburg, if you live in Gettysburg, it was in enemy hands. The town was occupied for, what, 2 days, maybe?
Yep,
Did
couple
the
days.
Confederates retreat for the big Pickett's Charge event? That kind of, I guess that right there was the turning point of the war, maybe. You're a historian. Talk about that.
It was definitely the high water mark, so the furthest north that the Confederate Army made it on our soil.
They had some troops up in Harrisburg. I guess
But
they were
like
just.
fighting wise.
Yeah, yeah, they were just doing recon, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is hard to believe. I was born 89 years after the Battle of Gettysburg, which A, means I'm old, but B, it means it wasn't that long ago either. And just to think how the primitive form of fighting, just line up across from each other and start firing. Now, I guess that's why these the video game players make good soldiers. It's all electronic.
They say that the Civil War was the last gentleman's war because you actually had to face your enemy like face to face. And after that technology advanced so far that all of a sudden your enemy was no longer primarily in front of you. They could be quite far away.
Like World War I, trench warfare, I guess that's a little different. But we're surrounded by the battlefield. We tend to take it for granted, but people from all over the world come here just for the history.
Can I tell you a little bit about my family's history?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay, so my great-great-great-grandmother, Sally Myers Stewart, was a nurse at the Battle of Gettysburg on High Street. And the very first man she cared for was Sergeant Alexander Stewart of the Pennsylvania Bucktails, the 149th Unit. And when he died, he had her write a letter to his family back in northwestern Pennsylvania. And her younger brother came to Gettysburg to collect his body, met Sally Myers and fell in love with her, married her, and that's how I'm standing here today. Yeah, so out of all of the tragedy, something kind
Yeah.
of beautiful happened.
War brings people together in unusual and sometimes cruel ways, but for the good. So, any other anecdotes you'd like to share?
I mean, I could talk about Gettysburg a lot, but we should probably get to the trivia.
Okay, all right. Jenny Wade, obviously the only civilian killed, and Good luck, everybody. 10 seconds and we will be underway. I don't know what the line is from Vegas, but we'll see if it could be shattered by the contestants involved. Question number 1, what city saw the opening of the very first Four Seasons Hotel in 1961? LA, Toronto, Paris, or London?
I feel like I know the answer to this, but
Yeah, we try not to give it away until the final seconds, like LA?
I think it's A.
Yeah, other people say London. But they're
Actually,
wrong.
Toronto.
Everybody's wrong. Toronto, one person
Except
got it
for me.
right. Whoever got it right is going to be in the lead. Since 2007, American businessman and Microsoft founder Bill Gates and Saudi Prince Al Walid bin Baba have been majority owners of the Four Seasons hotels and resorts, despite its being founded and headquartered in Toronto, Canada. It's Canada Day also. Corey, look at you, invincible. Schwolfy second.
In the Indiana Jones franchise of films, what profession is Harrison Ford's
Eponymous.
I'm channeling Amy. Eponymous character, American diplomat, professor of archaeology, Amazon tour guide, or antique dealer?
I mean, that just means he's Indiana Jones. People are
This
all
one,
over
this
that.
one's easy.
I think you would have guessed that, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
I've seen those films so many times.
He didn't like snakes either, did he?
No. In the Indiana Jones franchise, Harrison Ford's iconic character, Indiana Jones, is a professor of archaeology. Creator George Lucas, along with director Steven Spielberg, wanted to create a combination of James Bond and real archaeological pedagogy. I couldn't read the rest.
It
was too
faded
light.
out there
It was too light.
at the end.
Corey, good job. Still in first.
What U.S. state first recognized the 4th of July as an official holiday? Michigan, New York, Georgia, or Massachusetts? Now, probably most people would say, oh, well, Massachusetts, because, Lexington and Concord, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe this is a trick question. What do you think?
Massachusetts would be my guess.
Okay. Don't overthink it. That's what the people think. Ah, nicely done. Sometimes you can overthink it. The Massachusetts General Court declared July 4th a state celebration in 1781, just 5 years later. Fireworks lit up the night.
Wasn't China that invented fireworks?
Yes, yeah. They still have most of the goods. Corey, can he hold it?
In which California city did Jean Levi Strauss open his first dry goods store in 1853? San Jose, Los Angeles, San Diego, or San Francisco?
Could it be related to the gold rush? San
The
Fran?
49ers?
I don't know. Well, that's what the people are thinking. Everybody knows when you pan gold, you should wear some jeans. So you can kneel down without getting, yeah.
Levi Strauss opened his why do I keep messing this up? Dry goods company in San Francisco, California in 1853 and patented his iconic jeans in 1873. I cannot say that word. To save my life.
Eponymous.
I know.
Kind of like
It's-
hippopotamus, eponymous.
Sean keeps throwing that in there to trip me up.
How many delegates signed the Declaration of Independence? 4, 26, 13, or 56? Now, this looks like this photo might be, well, obviously it's a photo of a drawing or artwork. It might be helpful. Because all those first three numbers are mighty small. Let's see what the people think. 26?
I feel like it's 26 or no,
56. 56 delegates from the original 13 colonies collectively represent the founding fathers. Notice there weren't any founding mothers. That was wrong. Women are smarter. How do we mess that up?
We did sew the flag, so there's that.
The dude seeking bronze or better. CM Punk 4, Ruby from Boston 5. This is a star-studded outfit.
Which actress plays the role of Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, in the 2005 version of the superhero film The Fantastic Four? Jessica Alba, Margot Robbie, Brie Larson, or Scarlett Johansson?
I'm not,
Pretty sure I know this one.
I'm not a Marvel person. Is it A?
I think it's A.
She seems more like a Sue Storm. Margot Robbie, no.
But
Okay.
Margot Robbie is a fantastic
Scar-
actress.
Oh, yeah, and Scarlett Johansson she's another character in the Marvel universe.
Prior to taking on the iconic superhero role of Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman, in the 2005 Fantastic Four, Jessica Alba was widely recognized for her work in television, prominently starring in the series Dark Angel. She reprised her role later on.
Exactly, I remember that. It was a good reprise as well. What is the birthstone of the month of July? Sapphire, emerald, ruby, or diamond?
Totally know this one. Give you a hint. It's in the name of one of our players.
Ruby? That's what the intelligent people think. Has the same number of letters, too. Is that why? I don't know. Two letters in common. July's birthstone is the ruby, known for its deep, rich red color. The ruby is often associated with passion, protection, and prosperity.
Corey, way to go.
Also a famous Kenny Rogers song, Ruby.
Once one of the most popular job websites, which of these filed for bankruptcy in June? Simply Hired, Monster, ZipRecruiter, or Indeed? I didn't hear about this, so this one I have no idea.
Yeah, and I never heard of Simply Hired or Monster. Obviously, ZipRecruiter and Indeed were huge. I think it's Indeed.
I would be very surprised if it was.
Monster. The people say Monster. I'm sorry, Indeed. I didn't mean to pick you. Never heard of it.
Monster.com voluntarily filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in June. Monster was one of the biggest companies in the late 1990s and early 2000s .com boom. It was so popular that it often bought Super Bowl commercials.
Schwolfie on top. Corey, number 2. Ruby from Boston. Don't take your love to town. What hurricane hit the Hawaii set of Jurassic Park in 1992 during production? Double points for this. Walaka, Aniki, Estelle, or Darby? Put a crimp in the filming, I would say.
That dinosaur put a crimp in him.
Oh my. What great special effects.
That was such a great film when it first came out.
Nobody got it right. Aniki. During filming of Jurassic Park, Hawaii was hit with Hurricane Iniki, the strongest hurricane to ever hit the state. Wow. We obviously don't have any players in Hawaii. They would know this. Schwolfie. Dude, number 5, CM Punk 4. Things getting interesting.
What does Lilo tell Stitch and that the word Ohana means? Remember, family, happy, or love? I feel like this is a very soft toss for anyone who's got kids.
Is this a Disney movie? Okay, I have no idea. Family?
Family.
All right. That's what the citizenry thinks, and they are correct as usual.
Lilo explains to Stitch that Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. The phrase captures a central theme of the film.
Blah,
was a
blah,
great
blah.
Yes, I know. I can't read it. It's too,
I know,
it's too
it
light.
fades to white. Barbara, 6th. Which imperial unit of measurement is equivalent to 660 feet? A league, a furlong, a cable, or a chain? Chain, chain, chain.
Chain of fools.
I don't think that's it, but
I feel like it's a furlong.
I think so too. The people are right there, either league or furlong.
Hey.
Anna, well done. Let's see who else got it right. There is such a thing as a chain, 66 feet, furlong 660, a league 3 miles, and a cable is 100 fathoms. I mean, what is that? That doesn't help me. Corey, back on top. Schwarfy,
CM
seeking
Punk's
silver.
creeping up there.
Oh, yeah.
What type of snack food is produced by the brand Late July? Dried fruit, tortilla chips, seeds, or raisins?
Maybe this gets its name from the time of year it is, gets ripe, something like that.
I feel like this is a gluten-free brand, but maybe I think it's tortilla chips.
Aren't raisins and dry fruit the same thing?
Well, dried fruit is more general, and
Yeah.
raisins are
tortilla.
more specific.
Good job, Anna.
Thanks. A subsidiary of the Campbell Soup Company, Late July snacks include a range of tortilla chips and salsas with standard flavors such as garden ranch and nacho cheese, along with
Et cetera.
2,000, so many other recipes.
Can anyone catch Schwölfi? Characterized by themed activities and shopping, which of these holidays is often celebrated in mid-year as blank in July? Christmas, Easter, Halloween, or Thanksgiving?
So I know this is a very easy one that probably everyone's going to get, but I know if CM Punk had his way, it would be Halloween. Halloween in July.
Sure, it'd be a good dress rehearsal for the real Halloween. Christmas in July. What a
Well,
great
I
thought.
answered too quick, so
Great marketing. You said Halloween?
I went with Thanksgiving, but I meant to say Christmas.
I don't know. I don't think I have that tradition, Christmas in July.
I don't, and I love Christmas,
It'd
but
be a good one, but.
I like summer. Let's keep summer.
Yeah, exactly.
However, Halloween is just the start of the Christmas season in my world. In the 1975 classic film Jaws, premiered 50 years ago with a chilling score by John Williams. Which of these films is not one scored by Williams? Psycho, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Star Wars, or Superman?
I'm thinking just the chronology of it. It might be A, Psycho. That's what the people, they're thinking the same way, like, yeah. So that was a black and white film. Williams might have been around then, but he really came into it with Star Wars. I'm sorry, yours.
That's okay. John Williams is renowned for creating iconic film scores for many blockbuster movies, including Star Wars, Superman, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and dozens of others.
Another guy, Bernard Herr, Herr, Herr. I didn't know that. It was hard to read. What major U.S. city does Stitch build a model of only to destroy it? New York City, Miami, San Francisco, or Chicago? Is this Stitch?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Stitch has some anger management issues.
He's in his Godzilla era.
The what?
His Godzilla era.
He needs King Kong to San Francisco.
The Bay
Fisher-
Bridge.
Fisherman's Wharf, Coit Tower. Since Stitch loves to wreck things, Lilo thinks they should build something so they create San Francisco only for Stitch to wreck it. I need to watch more cartoons. Get a well-rounded education. Schwölfi, starting to stretch it out a little bit. Danny Weaver, keep it in the family at number 9.
In what year did President Taft issue an executive order establishing a uniform layout for the stars on the U.S. flag? 1888, 1912, 1900, or 1924?
Well, it really helps, this question, if you know when Taft was president, and I'm pretty sure it's B. I would have been, well, somebody else got it right. This could be important in the overall scheme.
Fun fact, flags dating back before 1912 can feature unusual patterns and positions of the stars because there was not yet a prescribed uniformity.
Danny Weaver, the only one to get it right. What is the name of John Hammond's bioengineering company responsible for cloning dinosaurs? Dino Co., Genpax, Biosearch, or InGen? I mean, you know all these Jurassic Park movies.
I do, but I actually can't remember the name of his company.
I can't either.
This one's totally.
I think it's
Biosearch?
A.
A, okay. No, nobody, one person thought it was Biosearch.
Well,
InGen,
D.
okay. Like ingenious, genetic, short for International Genetic Technologies, clones extinct animals, primarily dinosaurs, and owns and operates Jurassic Park. Now, there's a great idea. Bring the dinosaurs back. Schwalfie. Heady territory, the dude in fifth, CM Punk 4.
Which of these founding fathers was not part of the Committee of Five? Roger Sherman, George Washington, John Adams, or Benjamin Franklin?
All right, you have to know your history, obviously, for this one, too. I mean, we think of our first president more as a military guy. I think I'd say B.
I feel like it's A. I don't recall ever reading that name. Oh, no, I was totally wrong.
Not only was George Washington not a member of the Committee of Five, he did not sign the Declaration of Independence. So the other five did. The five, he wasn't part of them. Adams was in there and Roger Sherman. No change in the standings. Corey third. Does he have enough time? Double points. What art genre is represented by this beloved work of Wassily Kandinsky? Pop, abstract, cubism, or realism? Don't you feel like you have a beat on this one? And
It's either A or B, but I feel like it's B.
yeah,
Like
I think so.
I should totally know this.
I think B. Well, everybody's thinking that same way. Cubism, aren't enough cubes. Realism, that's not real. Pop,
Pop, the guy who did the soda can or the Campbell's cans. What was his name?
Andy Warhol.
Yes.
Composition 8 by Wassily Kandinsky is a 1923 abstract painting that depicts musicality through the prism of visual art. Inspired the same depictions in movies like Pixar's Soul, etc. Schwolfi in quadruple figures. Will it be enough?
On July 1st, 1874, which of these opened as the first chartered zoo in the United States? The San Diego Zoo, the Philadelphia Zoo, the Cincinnati Zoo, or the Bronx Zoo?
The Bronx Zoo, they called Yankee Stadium that for a while, but could that be the right answer?
I would say B or C. B or
B
D.
or D? People say Philly. Did Ben Franklin have a hand in that too? No doubt. Started fire companies.
Libraries.
Yeah.
Opening with just 1,000 animals, the Philadelphia Zoo holds the distinction of being the first chartered zoo in the United States, despite many challenges of the era, such as the Civil War.
Minor impediment.
Something small. Schwolfie is killing it. Good job.
From what Asian country does this iconic work by Katsushika Hokusai originate? Indonesia, Japan, Thailand, or China?
Totally know this one.
You know it from the piece? You recognize it?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Japanese?
It's Japan.
So say the people, they've spoken once again. This version of the Great Wave of Kangawa is from Japan in 1831, is one of 46 different versions of 46 different prints of the same subject made by Hokusai. I did not know that. Now I do. Robert's Mom, 9, top 10 in the universe.
In the Bible, which book of the New Testament features the four horsemen of the apocalypse? Revelation, Acts, Romans, or Hebrews?
I don't know if the artwork really helps you. It might even throw you off a little bit.
I feel like it's A.
I think it is A. I think it is. So do the people. Bingo. Time is running out. Does Schwulfe have enough?
In the New Testament book of Revelation, the figures of the four horsemen of the apocalypse represent conquest, war, famine, and death.
Death.
You can't say that word without some dramatic flair. Like, it's impossible.
Different from the Notre Dame Four Horsemen. What European country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States in the late 19th century? Italy, Germany, Spain, or France? Soft toss?
This one's a very soft toss. Yeah.
Wait. Soft toss. Almost everybody got it right.
Vive la France.
Thank you, France. Thank you for that Statue of Liberty. The metal framework for the Statue of Liberty, a gift from France, was built by Gustave Eiffel, architect of the eponymous tower in Paris. The Eiffel Tower.
Sean is trying to put that word into as many questions tonight as possible.
We're learning that word, if nothing else.
I will get it by the end of tonight's show. In which movie did actress Kate Winslet win the Academy Award for Best Actress? Heavenly Creatures, The Reader, Titanic, or Revolutionary Road?
I think this is a scene from the movie, too.
I believe it is, yes. That movie was creepy.
Yeah. German, right? It was in Germany post World War II. The Reader.
No, they were in Australia or New Zealand. Oh, no, I had it wrong. I thought it was Heavenly Creatures. Ignore me.
She was in Titanic.
Kate Winslet won the Best Actress award for her character Hannah Schmitz in the movie The Reader, which is the story of a German barrister who meets an old love at a war crime trial post-World War II. Yeah, I had the entirely different film.
She didn't know how to read. She had this kid read to her in a bathtub. Which
Okay.
main character dies in the Jurassic Park novel but survives the movie? Alan Grant, John Hammond, Ian Malcolm, or Ellie Sattler? They couldn't kill her off in the movie. I mean, him, or I don't know what it is.
Let's go with Ellie Sattler.
Well, I didn't know the answer. I didn't mean to give it away. Ian Malcolm. These people. John Hammond. I don't know. I need to bone up on the Jurassic Park films. I haven't watched any of them. In Michael Crichton's 1990 novel, John Hammond is killed by a pack of dinosaurs after falling down a hill and breaking his ankle. The novel also features the supposed death of Dr. Ian Malcolm, but it's later revealed in 1995 Lost World that he survived. Kind of like a soap opera. I had amnesia. The whole thing was a dream, like Newhart.
The progenitor of Happy Little Trees, the paintings of Bob Blank that originated on his TV show, often fetch up to $100,000 at auction. So go ahead
this
and
is-
type in his last name.
Yeah, I know it. He's on public television, right?
Smoothie.
Rhymes with toss,
Rhymes with moss.
moss.
Or loss.
Bob Ross. Well, if you,
I'm kind
the
of
way everybody would have got it by now. 90%.
I'm kind of surprised that his paintings only go for about $100,000 at auction, because he's so loved. So many people loved watching him and grew up on him.
Yeah.
Bob Ross, an iconic television host and artist, charmed viewers with his soothing voice and positive vibes on the PBS show The Joy of Painting from 1983 to 1994.
So these are all replays, huh? They're still on. Is there another question? Is there enough time? How many times is the flag folded during an official United States military folding ceremony?
So I actually don't remember this. I only got a couple of chances to do flag
Well,
duty.
plus
for
when you do it,
funerals.
the triangular at the end, there's a lot in there, so it could be 16 or, I don't know. I don't know the answer, but this will be a good one to know.
I don't remember how many times, but I will tell you, getting to serve when I was on active duty, getting to serve at a military funeral was incredible. It was such an honor.
And thanks for your service again.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. 13 is the correct answer. Huh. And it counts all those little sideway folds at the end, obviously, so. United States military pays meticulous attention to folding the national flag. Crisp, precise folds are made a total of 13 times to complete the ceremony, like the 13 original colonies.
All right, let's see. Winners are
In third place,
Corey.
Yay!
Corey gets the
You're
bronze
gonna be in like 5th or 6th place. Good job. Ruby from Boston.
with the silver. And, ooh,
Wolfie, that's a great score.
Schrulfi, ausgezeichnet. The top, well, let's start 13. Matilda, I'm not Steve Buckwalter, 12. Adam C, 11. And Jeff Cook's biggest fan, 10, the top 10 in the world. That was Mokilia Morado.
That's Mochila.
I don't
Mochila
know.
Morado.
Go ahead, you got 9.
Diane, 9.
Robert's mom, 8. We thank everyone for playing, of course.
Denny Weaver, 7th. Barbara, 6th. The Dude, 5th. CM Punk, 4th.
Hello,
Not to
dude.
say
Hello,
what we've done.
Debbie and the dude. Thanks for playing along. Goldenville Gal, too. CM Punk wins 10. Is that enough?
It's neck and neck with you, Corey.
Yeah.
Yep, all the way through.
So, congratulations to Schwolfi. Sehr gut. Well, Anna, great job, as usual. Nicely done.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here. And you're going to be, you and CM are going to swap next week. That's the plan. So CM Punk is here in the studio. And Corey, 3rd place. Talk about that.
Well, it was answering the right questions correctly at the beginning and having that little cushion, and then it just kind of got squandered away. But, I'll take a bronze. Bronze is better than 9th place. So I exceeded my expectations.
You're on the medal stand. So bragging rights worldwide for a whole week go to Schwolfi. Nicely done. We don't know who Schwolfi is, but any of you out here who play, if you'd like to come in, be on Zoom and be a contestant, a panelist, just give us a call, 717-334-3000, or email communitymedia.net. Special thanks to Jordan and Sean in the control room. Parting thoughts, shout outs, anybody? Brandon? Anna did okay, don't you think? Better than okay. I mean,
fourth is nothing to scoff at.
No, that's good. You should
Yeah.
be proud.
yeah, exactly.
I would like to request that, next time I come back, or next week when CM Punk's on, try to find as many hard words as you can so that he also trips over them.
Eponymous, that was our word for the day. Eponymous. So, in the movie Wayne's World, who would be the eponymous character?
I don't know
Sorry?
why I
Wayne!
I don't know why I can't with that word. I don't get it. It's
I
like
know,
it will not
I know.
sink in. I don't know.
right.
It
Well.
won't sink in. It will sink in about 2 weeks, and I'll be sitting at my desk at work and be like, finally got it. Finally. And I'll text Jeff and be like, I finally got the word.
All right, we don't have we call this Community Media's Live Trivia, so I guess the eponymous name would be Community Media. We should have a new name for this show. If you have any good ideas, let us know.
I don't know. I think live trivia is pretty great. But
Yeah, it is a great thing, yeah. Anyway, I had a couple concepts, but I'll keep them to myself. All right, Anna, great job. I'm Jeff Cook. We'll see you next Tuesday when CM Punk and Anna are going to trade places. Should be exciting. Can't wait. See everybody then. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Congratulations, Schwolfi, Ruby from Boston, Corey, CM Punk, and the dude, 5th. Nicely done. See you next time, sports fans and trivialists. Good night. Everybody's here.
I don't understand. I don't usually
but the efforts of high school athletes and students. So special thanks to our sponsors for tonight's game. Post 262, Sites Realty since 1980, Kenny's 1959, C.E. Williams since 1943.